right, there's the entity stalking by helicopter. All right, and you're recognizing stalking by the specific environment. That's the intentional engagement in crossing a path and its psychological torture while the targeted individual witnesses it. That's, again, to the disbanded Ontario Police Department, who concentrates helicopter activity over Woodside Senior Apartments while this fake sun remains planted over Woodside Senior Apartments. Okay, federal prison 9 MAR 807, 9 DTP 187. They're group stalking with the Ontario Police that's flying over in helicopter. License 7 FJB. Let me get the rest of it. 8L01787 federal prison. The population in Ontario is engaged in gang stalking. 7EJB239 federal prison. That's an old Caucasian male. All of them are group stalking. License plate 45214F2 9DMY168. And the fake sun moves as you move. No longer stationary over Lark Ellen. License 9JA23F Arizona. Okay, the entity is engaging in the pattern of conduct with the intent to psychologically torture while they're obsessively engaged in group stalking. And that's light activity, federal prison. Okay, under a fake sun. The entity is keeping the fake sun stationary over Tracy Banks' apartment at 2:24 p.m. This is not over Woodside, nor was it at 1:50 p.m. at Lark Ellen in West Covina. License 9BEN821. All of them gang stalking with Ontario Police, federal prison. 7FKF333, 9DTN907. And the demon whose license plate I read, maintaining light activity. License, I can't really see that one, 5NQB033. And this is stalking and that's impunity. I read their license plate. That's license plate 81124P3. While the fake sun remains stationary over me right here, they're monitoring right over their house. By the way, this is 1203 facilitating venue. Is I believe this is Street. Let me get this address right here because this is where the fake sun. San Antonio, 1203 San Antonio Avenue. License 8TTM316. And this is also why the Ontario Police Department and Mike LORENZ, that entire police department, any of those that are not natural born, not only are they subject to deportation, they're going to be producing the name of the demon that's flying that helicopter because they're going to federal prison. And the disbanding of the Ontario Police, this is the population with whom they're engaged in criminal defamation and criminal summoning while they're group stalking together. And this is the population of demons in Ontario, California. Paul Leon does not have a job as a mayor, okay? He's a group stalker just like the rest of them. He's a criminal just like the rest of them, a sex offender just like the rest of them, engaged in gang violence. This is P.O.C. It's currently 3:08 p.m. Paul Leon's going to be treated just like Mark Cabalon Talabatai. Excuse me for butchering that name, but this is the mayor of the Mark Calderon, I believe, over West Covina. Paul Leon and Mark have the same criminal conduct underway, and they're both members of a corrupt city who are gang stalking with corrupt police. That is speaking to a pattern of conduct that's not a coincidence. And those that gang stalk with the police go to federal prison. 9EZZ180, that's called light activity, relevant positioning, and doing so while they're engaged in federal stalking. And the fools of the Ontario Police that continuously contribute to the criminal conduct of the people of the state, all right, where they're the terrorist organization in that city, that's the basis for removing them altogether from the presence of the city because they cause more harm than good. They're more expensive. They spend millions of dollars stalking 24/7 in helicopters, using it for criminal activity, criminal surveillance, as opposed to protecting and serving like they're supposed to. 8RKF324 shares in their criminal activity. All right, it's currently 3:09 p.m. and this is again speaking to the impossibility that the sun will be over Woodside Senior Apartments. Woodside Senior Apartments, let me be clear, is in this direction, and while it remains stationary over me in Lark Ellen and West Covina, there's no sun that will be seen outside of Tracy Banks' front door, nor outside of her patio windows at 2:24 p.m. like I documented. It's on video. This is under no circumstances the natural environment, and that's the intent to engage in what is gang stalking clearly, as you can see it through helicopter. That's the hallmark. That's called relevant positioning, while the police in that city are engaged in gang stalking with the population who are maintaining activity all around me. Every license plate I just read, they're all going to federal prison. There are plenty of people in Ontario who are going to federal prison, and I want you to see something else. You see this train that you cannot hear while I'm inside of my car? You also can't hear it inside of Tracy Banks' apartment. You can't hear it outside of Alvarado Gardens, excuse me, not Alvarado, but Woodside Senior Apartments either. That was demonic, everything that I documented that the entity was engaging in while Union Pacific Railroad was a means of amplification, the demonic pattern of conduct that the entire city of Ontario is engaging in. It is currently 3:10 p.m. This is P.O.C. 9HJC483.